it's a copper lipper combination. Lipper combination. Welcome back, Awakening Beauties. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be with you, filming a Get Ready With Me. It's been a few weeks since I filmed a Get Ready With Me, but I'm really excited to just wanting to chat with you guys. So get a hot beverage, get a cold beverage. I'm feeling really out of sorts because it's been a while since I filmed a long form video, but we're gonna get into this. So today I'm just gonna do a kind of soft, feminine, romantic look. My husband and I are going out for a date night tonight. We're going to go see the Van Gogh Experience. Have you guys seen this? Have you heard about this? I've been hearing about this for a few years and I've always wanted to go, and it finally came to our city. So yeah, I'm trying something that I did put it in a short form video, but it hasn't been in a long form video. A lip combination that I am really loving. So stay tuned for that. So how is your 2025? This is the first video that I'm recording. So I know I'm gonna record a video after this, which is going to be thanking you for the outpouring of support that you sent me when I put up my video about quitting YouTube. And so I decided not to quit. So here we are. To get started, I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer. I like the way this really just smooths things out, and especially this like little wrinkle in my forehead, which I'm trying I'm trying a few new skincare things. So I'm just kind of trying to lessen that one. I did feel like the Nira lasers, I have the Nira Laser Pro and the Nira Precision Laser. I do feel like they softened that line, but I'm trying some other things to try to diminish it altogether. And I'll let you know how that goes. I am gonna start with my foundation today. I've been loving this House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. And so I've been wearing this a lot over the past few weeks. So I'm gonna start with putting on the BK Beauty 106 brush. This is how I've been really liking to apply my foundation. I used to go in a little bit different, but I've just been finding that if I just put a little squirt on here and just kind of start working it in, I don't like to apply a thick layer. I start out with a thin layer. And so I just kind of brush it on, and then I start going in circles to kind of just blend it in like that. I've been finding that this works really well, doing it like this. If I don't drop the brush. Hold the brush, Robin, hold the brush. How is your 2025 so far? I'm guessing when this video goes up, we're gonna be into the third week of 2025. Can you believe that? I was looking at the date. So today is, when I'm filming, is January 11th. And yesterday was the 10th, obviously. And I was looking at the date and I was like, how are we already a third of the way through the month? My 2025 is going really, really good. 2 nights ago, I got to perform. I do improv comedy. If this is your first time joining me, by the way, welcome. My name is Robin. I love all things beauty. I'm a fashion designer and I love skincare. Obviously, I love makeup. I'm 52 years old and I'm trying to always find my holy grail products, as probably many of you are. So, as I was saying, I performed on Thursday night. It was a school night, as I call it, because I had to work the next day. But I had the best time. We performed at the historic Lake Worth Playhouse. Well, it was their smaller theater called the Stonzek Theater. And it's only a 60-seat theater, but the show was on Thursday and the tickets had already gone up for sale online, and the tickets sold out over the weekend before. So several days before the show, it had actually already sold out. So it was an improv show, and Billy Merritt is very well known in the improv world, I will say. And so I've taken classes with him. He has invited me and some other people to perform regularly in his show that he calls True Florida Tales. So it's a very fun show, and people get into it because there's so much like lore and history down here, as there is in any place. And that theater is 100 years old, by the way. So that was pretty exciting to do that show. I'm just using my Natasha Denona My Dream palette because I haven't given this a whole lot of love since I've had it. And I've had it for, I think, 2 years now. So I'm going to do a look very, very simple. I'm going to start with this color Spontaneous and put it on my lid. And I am going to use a little bit of the NYX glitter glue to help it to adhere a little bit better. I'm just putting it on the mobile lid right here. And by the way, I just used the MAC paint pot to sort of prime my lid a little bit before going in with this. So we had a really fun show. He had invited one of his buddies who also grew up around here. Let me just tell you, Billy Merritt is, like I said, he's improv well known. He took classes under Amy Poehler at UCB in Chicago back in the 90s. And he's been on a bunch of, movies and television shows. He also trained a lot of the people that came up and ended up on SNL that were in improv. And so, yeah, he knows a lot of people. But he grew up down here. I live in South Florida, and the show was in Lake Worth. We found out that we both went to the same college, Palm Beach Community College, around the same years, back in I was there from 92 to 94. And so he had invited somebody, a friend of his, to come and play a couple of songs. A guy plays guitar. And I met him, and as soon as I said hello and we shook hands when I first got there, you know how you see somebody and you're like, I know this person. How do I know this person? Well, I just couldn't figure it out. So after the show, I went up to him and I said, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna give him a fake name, okay? I'm gonna call him John. John, I feel like I know you from somewhere. How do I know you? And he was like, well, I went to Palm Beach Community College from year 92 to 95. Maybe we had classes together. And then it immediately hit me that, yeah, I used to hang out with in the years 92 or 93. It was probably around 93 when I was taking art classes, which was in the humanities building, and he was in theater, and the theater was right there next to the humanities building. So we would hang out in the common area and have lunch and stuff together. And I had the biggest crush on that guy. One time I took him home. He needed a ride home, and we went to Taco Bell on the way home and had lunch together. And he was a gentleman. He didn't know that I had a crush on him, or either that or he just totally wasn't interested in me. And nothing happened. Nothing happened, you guys. This was before I met my husband. I just laughed so hard. I was just like, yeah, I know you. I remember you. And he did not remember me. Which was the funniest part to me. I was like, well, that makes sense. Because you didn't really pay any attention. Oh, and I went to see him in a show. He performed in a play, and I went to see him perform in a play. So anyways, John did not remember me, and that is totally fine, because had he paid any attention to me, I probably would not have started dating my husband, because I started dating my husband shortly after that, and then we got married. So there you go. Blast from my past. It was one of the strangest experiences I've had in a really long time. So I'm taking the color Nurture, which was right next to that pink sparkly color called Spontaneous. And I'm just sort of building it up. I don't want to get too smoky, too dark. Might already have gotten there. I might not be able to tell on the camera. But isn't that color spontaneous? Isn't that so pretty? It's one of the prettiest colors in this palette, I think. And I just want to keep it simple, like 2 color look tops. So something I like to do is to take a Q-tip and a little micellar water and just kind of take, if any of that foundation got on my eyebrows, just kind of take it off. Just because I've found that it's hard sometimes to apply your brow product if you have foundation caked inside your eyebrows. So I'm really liking LA colors. This was such an inexpensive eyebrow pencil. The color is a little, I feel a little warm for me, but I'm just gonna use it up. And because I'm wearing brown, this very warm top, I think it will look good. Next, I am going to use the Lancome Tint Idol all over concealer, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different this time. I'm gonna put it on and then I'm gonna let it sit for a couple of minutes probably, because you want to let it kind of dry out a little bit. That's a tip that I've recently learned. So while that is happening, I'm going to carefully do sort of a tight line. I'm gonna use the It Cosmetics Superhero No Tug Gel Liner in the color Brilliant Brown. And just kind of tight line. I hate going underneath my eyelash, so tight lining for me is probably not the same as what other people consider tight lining. But basically, I do want to make my lash line look a little bit thicker. All right, let me try it. Let me try going in a little bit tighter. This is actually tight lining. You have to get right into the eyelashes. Oh, I don't want my eyes to start to water. And since I didn't sharpen this before I came in here, I wanted to try to do a little bit of a wing. But I think what I'm gonna do is grab a really small angled brush and just take a little bit of product onto it and then see if I can create a nice thin wing. That looks like that might be working. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or not. You have a little bit of time to work with this product because it is a gel, but once it sets, it really sets. It's my eyes. It's my eyes. They're shaped differently, as are everybody's. Nobody's eyes are completely symmetrical. I'm happy with that result. Now I'm gonna use the A506 and just start stamping that before it completely dried down. But this is a very wet, serum-y kind of formula, so you do have time to work at it after you've just let it sit there. That is great. That is great. Yeah, I'm learning how to use this product. Every concealer, every formula is different, and this seems to be the way to go. You got to just kind of let it set on your skin for a little bit. So yeah, I was sort of in shock when I realized who he was and how I had such a huge crush. And I mean, we were laughing about it because we sat and talked for a few minutes. And he's like, I'm so sorry, I don't remember you. And I'm like, no, it's fine. It all worked out the way it was supposed to. Who would have known what would happen if he had not been oblivious or completely disinterested? What is going on? I think this is my skincare. Uh-oh, my skincare is feeling. What did I do? What did I put on different? I don't remember what I did differently in my skincare. I think my skin is, very dry right now also. We're having some very dry weather. I'm just gonna tap it. I did bring in here, this is the old formula of the Givenchy Prisma Libre, but I'll tell you guys, I bought, and I did bring it in here, I bought a little thing of the Huda Beauty loose baking and setting powder. So I thought you know, the first few times I used it, I thought this might be a good alternative because they've changed the formula of this Givenchy powder. And everybody is kind of saying how they don't like the new formula. And so I thought I would like it. And I do like it on my face. When I say I do like it, I'm talking about the Huda Beauty. So I am going to use it on my face. But under my eyes, and I've worn it a bunch of different times and have tried setting it a bunch of different ways under my eyes, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as good. This original Givenchy just totally blurs and makes your fine lines just disappear. It's such a beautiful formula, and I haven't found something as good as this yet. I thought the Huda Beauty was going to be it, but unfortunately it's just not. So, you know, I will show you. I'll put it on the rest of my face. It is really nice on the rest of my face. But before we do that, I'm going to do a little sculpting. And so what I'm going to do, I love this Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick in the color Biscuit. And so I've been doing, and I'm going to use this side of the brush. It's for cream formulas. And I've just been doing a little bit of sculpting lately. You know, they're saying that sculpting is out for 2025. I mean, was it ever really in for me? I don't do a ton of sculpting, but I just feel like doing it today. I'm gonna do a little because I'm trying to look a little bit more done up. Since I'm going out for a date night tonight, I'm just gonna do a little bit extra compared to what I've been doing. Just a little bit here, you know, you're just trying to kind of chisel out your chin and your jowls. This is something I'm gonna be working on this year. Goals, 2025 goals. Is that enough? Is that enough? I think it's enough. I think it's enough. Stop while you're ahead. So yeah, 2025. It's not like I've made all of these New Year's resolutions. I started doing a lot of stuff before the end of the year. You're going to be seeing a lot of videos going up. And yeah, I'm going to talk about that. And I'm getting ready. I'm going to film another video after this. Slow your horses, Robin. Slow your horses. After I get my makeup on, I'm going to be recording the next video, which will go up before this video. So these are going up out of order. But I will talk about, so if you watch that, you've probably already heard me talk about just probably some changes that are making to my content this year, focusing on my health. I want to get to the healthiest version of me. You know, I'll take you along for the journey as I'm working on that. This is just the best blush. I tell you what, and it's cheap. It's the Essence Baked Blush in the color Goldie Cassis. And I've been talking about this now for the past couple months, and you guys are going to get sick of me talking about it, but I just absolutely love it. Now I'm going to go in under my eyes just to create a little bit of shadow. I like the way that looks because it just adds a little depth to your eyes and connects the lower lashes with the top lashes without a harsh eyeliner. I think when you start to get older, eyeliners just don't look good under the eye as you get older, I find. Too harsh. It's better to do something softer like that. Very pretty. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting on my cheeks, just a little bit. I mean, this blush actually has a bit of highlight in it. It just creates a little bit of a satiny sheen, but I'm going to use my Sephora Colorful Luminizer in the color Sparkling Honey, just to add a little bit, just a hint, just a whisper of a glow on the top of my cheeks. Now I didn't use my bronzer. I did bring it this time, but I didn't use it. Do I want to? I don't think I want to. I think I'm okay. I'm okay without the bronzer, but I do need to powder the rest of my face. So I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty and just take some in my palm of my hand. And I'm using the BK Beauty 108 brush. I love this brush for precision powdering. I mean, this is a beautiful powder. It is, you know, softening and blurring and everything. But I wish that it looked better under my eyes. It just really makes my eyes look a little dry and crepey, and it doesn't do the same blurring. And maybe the Givenchy has a little like luminescence, maybe a little pearl or something. I'm not really exactly sure what the difference is, but there's definitely a difference. I guess I'll have to keep looking. Now, I can't decide. I can't decide between the Benefit Fan Fest and my Thrive Cosmetics. I'm gonna have to be getting some new mascaras to try this year. I think this is a little dried out, to tell you the truth. It's probably time to get rid of it. Actually, most of them. I haven't bought a new mascara in a couple of months. They don't last, you know. Mascaras, they don't last, and nor should they. By the way, we have little critters living in our eyelashes. I don't know if you know that. That's why I had to do this eye spray before I had my eye surgery last year, to get rid of those little guys so that I didn't have any problems while my eyes were healing. Yeah, this is probably a little too dried out. It's time to do a makeup declutter as well. So that video I'm planning to film soon. It's just time. It's just time. Okay, so this is the lip combo that, where did everything go? All right, so this is the lip combo. This is a copper lip color combination I'm loving, and it's from LA Colors. And I didn't even know about this brand. Anytime I saw LA Colors, I thought it was LA Girl. I mean, I'm still learning my brands, but I'm learning. And at 52 years old, I'm trying to find not only the brands that work for my particular needs as a more mature woman, but also don't break the bank, you know, because sometimes it's ridiculous, the prices of some of these luxury products. And are they worth it? I mean, maybe some of them are. I certainly think that Givenchy Prisma Libra, the original formula, was definitely worth it. It's a beautiful powder. But when it comes to lip liners, and I'm sort of lip liner obsessed, I have a lot of lip liners, but you go through them pretty quickly. You don't want to spend a ton of money on it, right? Because you're literally eating it off. So this is the color Copper Bronze. Getting to the point, this is Copper Bronze, and it is so beautiful. It's creamy, long lasting. I shouldn't be talking while I'm doing this, but it's infused with shea butter. So in these drier winter months, it really helps to keep your lips nourished and moisturized. So I sort of just fill in my lip with it. And it does have like almost a light red kind of look, but in person, you can kind of see that coppery color coming through. I love that. I think that is so pretty. And that would be fine on its own, but I always like to top things with a lip gloss. And I love an opaque lip gloss. And so when I put this on for the first time, I was kind of shocked at what it looked like. So this is the color, this is the color Snuggle. I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous. It's almost metallic, which is why I think it goes so good with the Copper Bronze lip liner. It's got that frosty kind of look. That's what it is. It's sort of frosty, but it's not frosty pink. I swear I see like a little bit of blue in it. A little blue, a little gold. But you know, that the frosty pink is supposedly coming back, the frosty pink of the early 2000s. I'm not sure that I'm in for that trend, but this is a way to do a frosty look in an elegant, beautiful kind of metallic way. And I think it goes so good with the eyes. This combination, I love this combination. Here is the final look. What do you think? All right, well, thank you again for being here with me today. I will list all the products below, and in case you're interested in checking them out. And let me just remind you that if you're not subscribed, or if you don't know if you're subscribed, or if you think you're subscribed and you're not sure, please go ahead and check, because sometimes we think we're subscribed to channels and we're not. And I would love to have you back. And if you want to know when I upload videos, press that notification bell and make sure that it says to all videos. And if you've liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you would give me a like, give me a comment below about anything I've talked about in this video. Love to hear from you guys. Well, I'm gonna leave it here, and like I said, I feel very rusty. It's been a few weeks since I filmed a long form video. You can sort of get out of your rhythm when you haven't done it in a while, but I really thank you for watching. I really thank you for your time. And until next time, which will be soon, I'm not quitting YouTube. I thank you again, and you know what? You're doing great.